Campus Hero 2s are coming to Madden 23 Ultimate Team tomorrow morning. Thursday morning, we got 3293 overalls and 696s. You saw the first card, Christian Watson. Here's your Cardinals player again. One for each team. iJoebruin is your Cardinals player. Legarius Sneed, 94 speed. One of my favorite Chiefs players. Hopefully he gets healthy. He got hurt last Sunday. Anthony Nelson, your Bucks player, right end. All the way around, not the best finesse. We have 90 speed though, is pretty good for a 93 overall right end. Kenyon Green, the rookie left guard. The big thing that I love about the Campus Hero program is the heroes, right? You have so many different options, especially for building out your B and D teams through offensive alignment like Braxton Jones. Now, necessarily these cards won't really fit my team, especially at the high overall level, but when you're first starting out MUT and you're on a budget, building and using the sets to get these cards back as B and Ds are just really good for building out your team. Campus Hero 1s, I used a ton of the 87 overall heroes, and well, here you have your 93 overall heroes. You're just starting out. Great for building out your team. Jake Matthews, left tackle. There are a lot of different offensive linemen. Jake Brendel, iJoebruin, you see the blue and the gold patch there. That is your 49ers hero, 93 overall. Next up, Tyson Campbell, cornerback, 94 speed, right? The highest overall speed cornerback in the game is 95, if I do recall, so 94 speed is only one below. Definitely a great budget option there. Zion Johnson, right guard, is your Chargers hero. Graham Glasnow, center for the Broncos. So you got, I think they cover every single position, but maybe kicker and punter. I don't know if there's a fullback in here. Colton Miller, again, I'm going to shout out UCLA. Left tackle is your Raiders player. Next up, you got Jack Anderson, another right guard. So I think we've seen right guard, left guard. The only position we have not seen, I think, so far is right tackle on the offensive line. Middle linebacker, TJ Edwards, going to be your Eagles player. 91 zone coverage, always hitting that 90 overall threshold for zone coverage is very important. Michael Pittman Jr., a little bit of a taller receiver, 93 speed, hits all those route running thresholds. Marlon Humphrey, way over deserved, right? 93 speed though is a little bit low. I would like to see him 94. I mean, it's not that bad. I would like to see 94 though. Brian Robinson, overdue for a card. 95 trucking, 94 break tackle, 93 speed is solid for the Commanders. Jelani, I'm going to say, is that Tave? 89 speed middle linebacker for the Patriots. A little bit low on the zone coverage. Joe Burrow, to be honest, he probably could have got a champion, 93 overall, he's in the MVP conversations. Seems to be a little bit low. Robert Hunt, a legend last year, had so many cards in Ultimate Team in 22. Finally gets a 93 overall right guard. Here's your right tackle, Nicholas Petit. I'm not going to try to say the last. I'm just saying Nicholas, right? Right tackle, 93 overall. For your, was that Vikings or the Titans? I think it was Titans. Purple was on the thing, so that's what I thought. Vikings, CJ Mosley, 90 speed, 93 overall. Middle linebacker, Sam Darnold. Panthers get an upgrade at quarterback, although they already have Baker Mayfield, I guess you would say. Malik Hooker, an upgrade from his Comp Pass, 90 overall or 91 overall, 93 speed. Great budget. Free safety, Taylor Rapp. I want to say he has some height on him at strong safety. Your Rams, 93 overall hero with 90s really across the board, almost 90 man coverage. There's your Vikings player. So the right tackle was the Titans player, Danielle Hunter, 92 speed. Definitely one of the best budget defensive ends in the game. Greg Newsome, here we go. Again, another corner with 95 man, 94 zone. Pat Freiermuth, the only maybe tight end we've seen so far. Decent run blocking with 82, a little bit low on the 91 speed. And your second to last hero is going to be Jeff Okuda. He's had, an up and down season for the Lions, but that team's finally, maybe make the playoffs. And the final 93 overall hero is going to be Ed Oliver. Moving on to your champions, we don't have the discounted abilities for any of the cards. First up is Keith Byers. He actually had the fullback team diamond card for the Eagles. Now he is getting a running back card with 95 speed. I mean, he's probably going to be the best running back in the game because he's going to have the weight. Thomas Davis Sr., free safety. The Panthers getting two really tall free safeties. If you think this is out of position, Thomas Davis was actually an All-American safety. Coming out of college, he was actually graded and supposed to be drafted as a safety, but he turned into an outside linebacker. But overall, a very good card. And then Jason Verrett, 96 overall, 96 speed. So here is your new fastest cornerback in the game. Height doesn't play that big a factor. I know he's a shorter corner. I want to say 5'10", 5'11", but he is going to be playing. He's going to be a very good card. And then your final champion is Shoelace Denard Robinson. We don't know the passing abilities on this player, so we can't really judge him based on his release too, but he is now tied with John Elway for that 96 overall quarterback position, 95 speed. And your LTDs, I love the card art, by the way, on the LTDs. You got Jadeveon Clowney, 93 speed. I will say he seems just like any other. We've gotten so many great defensive ends, right? We just got Chase Young, so he's nothing crazy, right? He's not going to change the meta. Devontae Smith, though, 95 speed, tied for the fastest receiver in the game. Yeah, I love him. He's been a fantasy hero for me, basically. Not winning a league outright for me, but he's been great down the stretch. Really curious to see because he is a playmaker. I'm trying to see like 0 AP route tech on Devontae Smith. We're going to have to wait and see. Set-wise, they did not give us anything on Twitter. If I have to assume, I think it's going to be the same structure as last time now. It was 87, 587s. You get a 90 and the 5 back as BNDs. I think it's going to be 5 93 overalls for a 96 champion, and you get your 5 93s back as BNDs. There will most likely be one, at least like lower overall card of each of the heroes. If I had to guess, maybe 87 or 88 rated. We're going to have to wait and see. Reroll-wise, I'm sure there will be at least one reroll for Campus Hero. Probably going to be whatever the lowest overall card is, let's say an 88 plus. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. One last thing before we get into the market stuff. There has been, and I would say, in quotes, updates on people that are still locked out of MUT. They pretty much just said, yeah, we're still working on it. We don't really have an update, but they found a fix. They're testing it. It's probably going to be live tomorrow morning, which kind of sucks. And the present update, again, it's just like, yeah, we know about it. We're testing stuff, but we don't really have an answer. So pretty much a whole lot of nothing when it comes to those tweets, but those are your updates. Finally, moving into the market stuff. Now, I'm gonna go out and say this right away. There is nothing you can do today when it comes to buying cards that is going to prep you for tomorrow. We're just going to talk about what hypothetically could happen tomorrow, as well as answering like, should you still sell your team, when to buy your team, and that sort of thing. However, big thing, training market. So the training variety pack goes away tomorrow, but also the 85-0 chill and the 84 all Madden player go away tomorrow, but the 90 overall player, and it seems they made a concerted effort to not have a timer above the 90 overall 0 chill reroll, is not going out of the store tomorrow and will most likely be in the store until the 0 chill season expires. So, and I probably should have mentioned this during my sell your team video this past Friday, but if that 90 overall 0 chill reroll stays in the game, training is going to drop no matter what. That reroll, by the way, is awful if you do it. You guys know the value of the 0 chill rerolls. Any promo reroll has not been good this year. I'm not assuming, I'm not expecting the Campus Hero reroll to be any good either. Training is going to drop. Now, how much it goes down, it's really up to how good the Campus Hero reroll is, where the demand of training is, right, for the Campus Hero reroll. I think it's still going to go down to around 3, but again, we could get make rights tomorrow and present make rights, and, well, again, because a lot of the people that were locked out of MUT have all of their presents, so they're going to be opening up all their presents potentially tomorrow morning. We could see training go down to the low 2s. We really, don't know. Whatever it goes to, it goes to. But with saying that, 0 chill players have a direct tie to training. If that reroll stays in the game, you go from rolling the 90 plus 0 chill reroll at 5 to 6 per to 3 per or less. The price of the players in that roll are going to have to go down. They're going to have to be affected, and that affects, right, 90 overall 0 chills, 92 stocking stuffers, which affects the price of 95 0 chills, and of course your ghosts. So 0 chill players, if that reroll does stay, any really 0 chill 94, 95, their price is going to go down even more because training's going to drop, making that reroll much cheaper. And to speak on the prices of some 94 overall ghost cards, you've already seen since this past week, their prices have gone down. First up, Herman Moore, right? Last week, 590k. He's already down at 475k. You have Julius Peppers, almost close to 600k last Thursday and Friday. What is he right now? Under 500k. So you've already started to see a lot of the market crash in quotations on the high-end meta market has already happened, right? These cards have dropped 20%. You've got Charles Woodson, right? 600k down to the low 500s. And finally, you have Warren Sapp, who again, close to 600k in the middle of last week, and he's at the low 500s. So for anyone questioning, right, like if these cards go down, they've already gone down around 20%, but these are your ghost players. These are your 0 chill players. So I personally think those cards are going to go down even more if that 90 overall 0 chill reroll stays in, which I'm assuming it is. Now, to answer the question, right, when are we buying back our team? It's going to be a multi-day okay. just put this out there, right, on Thursday, right, coming tomorrow. The market's going to crash. Training is going to go down instantly. So a lot of your lower overall cards, right, your 88s through 93s, those players are going to instantly crash. But your high-end players, now your Zero Chill and Ghost guys, I think are going to crash pretty drastically because they have that tie to the reroll. But a lot of your cards like your Legends, right, your Team of the Weeks, cards that are not tied directly to training, I already talked about this last week, and while they've gone down a little bit since last week, that it is going to be a multiple day process of them dropping 5 to 10% each day because they don't have a direct tie to training. We're probably going to get an odds boost, so that will help these Team of the Weeks and Legends go down. But for me, right, I'm buying my Legends on Saturday because Saturday we're going to get 96 overalls. We're going to get new Legend packs, new odds boosts, so I think those cards go down in price. Team of the Weeks, if you truly want to be really smart about it, you probably want to wait until next Tuesday. But it comes down to, if you buy the cards on Thursday, just know that over the course of the next few days, your cards are going to continue to drop. So it really just, whenever you want to buy, you're going to buy. Just know your cards are probably going to continue to drop over the next few days. Now, to answer the question of should you still sell your team, right? If you're kind of late to the party, you know, Wednesday night, you're panicking, right? All these content creators have told you, right, to sell your team. I try to always put out my videos like a little bit ahead of the mainstream guys, just so, again, if you've sold your team last Thursday and Friday, you're already reaping a ton of benefits, especially if you sold off Zero Chill and Ghost players. To answer it, again, 88 overalls through 93 overalls, the cards that are directly just training, that their only demand is training. They are bought to be quick sold to roll the TVP. Those players are instantly, at the snap of a finger, going to drop to whatever training goes to, right? Probably under 3. So those guys, you need, it should be a no-brainer, even if you still have them on your team, sell all 88s to 93s. Now, 94s, and more specifically 95s, is really up to you. Now, while Ghost and Zero Chill players, I do think you should sell. If you have 95, 94 overall Legends, 94, 95 Team of the Week cards, it's a judgment thing, because they've already dropped a little bit. So if you sell them right tonight and you go and look to buy them back tomorrow, you're not going to see a drastic change. You'll see a drastic change if you sell them tonight and you go back and buy them a week from now. This is why I tried to say you needed to sell last Friday and Saturday, because the prices each day after that were going to go down. So you're not going to see a drastic change if you sell your Team of the Week Javon Curse for 700k today. He's probably going to be like maybe in the mid to low 600s tomorrow, and after tax, you're really not going to say anything. So do I still think you should sell? Yes, but that is all up to you. If it was last week, I would say 100% try to sell every single card. Now, the last little thing we got to go over, LTDs, because I know that is a big talking point, get a lot of questions. I have sold all my LTDs. I have told you guys to sell all your LTDs because we could potentially get Reduxes tomorrow. Now, we won't have the TVP in the store. Having a Redux of your LTD pretty much caps to where your LTD is not going to go up in price. The only thing that's going to happen is it goes down. I personally think the TVP is going to return next Thursday for Season 3, and then, you know, you're going to see your Reduxes go back down to training value. LTD-wise, I do think you, just for a safety, because it's just for a safety thing, you do need to get rid of most of your LTDs. If your LTDs are 400k, you can keep them because they're not really going to change in price. But any LTD, I think above 475, 500k, I do think you need to sell. I mean, Kenneth Walker and Patrick Mahomes have already dropped down in price today, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but I tried to tell you to sell your LTDs last week. Now, when it comes to Quentin Nelson and Chase Young, it's the same thing. I'm not investing in them because they could get Redux tomorrow, which is kind of scary. You don't really want to see that. However, I will be buying one Quentin Nelson for my team since he's 440k. Quentin Nelson, by the way, is the absolute perfect investment. If the TVP was going to be in the store for another week, 2 weeks, or the TVP was guaranteed to be out of the store for another 2 weeks, I'd buy like 30 Quentin Nelsons. He's a left guard, highest overall left guard by like 2 overalls. He's about the perfect LTD investment you could have. However, he could get Redux tomorrow, which it's just like, if he gets a Redux, he's probably just going to stay at like 440, 450k. So even if he goes to 500k after tax, you're not making anything. You would need to go him. You would need him to get to like 600k for it to be worth it. Now, if there's no Reduxes tomorrow, this card will probably go to 600k. So if you want to invest in him, it's coin flip, 50-50 chance that he goes up or stays the same. You're technically losing value. That is all for the video today. We are going to have a ton of videos this weekend. Team Diamond investing. We're going to be buying a bunch of training this weekend. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about today. It's pretty much just speculation, right? We don't know about the rerolls. We don't know the price of the campus hero reel. We don't even know if the TVP maybe is being refreshed at a new price, but that is all for this video. Comment if you have any questions, like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.